Average Joe's Eatery and Patio Bar is North Bay's only year-round lakefront restaurant. On the shores of beautiful Trout Lake, we have been serving delicious food and stunning views since 1999. Indulge in one of our delicious menu items or simply sit with a cocktail in hand and watch the beauty of Trout Lake before your eyes. Check us out online at averagejoes.net or visit us in person at 3501 Trout Lake Road, North Bay.
The Goalie Resiliency Podcast, hosted by Chris Dawson and Dr. Rob Graham. With player interviews new and old, goalie insights, and everything you need to know about being a netminder, this is the podcast to check out. You can subscribe at youtube.com/goalie-resiliency or instagram.com/goalie_resiliency.
And we welcome you inside the Powassan Sportsplex for another game here between the North Bay U18 Trappers and the U16 Sault Ste. Marie Greyhounds. I'm Courtney Kenny, pleased to be joined by Dr. Rob Graham. And Rob, should be a good one here at the Sportsplex today.
Hey Courtney, it is great to be back in the booth with you. I'm really excited. Yeah, it is definitely going to be a good game. Had a chance to speak with Coach Josh from the Trappers just a few moments ago. The team's excited. We have a Sault Greyhounds team that's coming off a really big win against their U18 counterpart, and we have our Trappers that are leading the league right now, so it's definitely set up for what should be a tremendous matchup.
It's always impressive when one of the U16 teams can take down one of the U18 teams, I find, in this league. You saw that a few years ago. The U16 Trappers team almost ran the U18 Trappers a few years ago, and then it's kind of been back and forth ever since. But when a U16 team can walk in and beat a U18 team, you know, you're just that much further along with your physical development. It's very impressive. But these Trappers team coming off a good win last weekend in Temiskaming, of all places, against the New Liskeard Cubs in a game that was only 1-0 until the last 5 minutes, and then they kind of took off. But and they also had to battle through some adversity in that one as well with some clock issues and stuff. But always a good time covering the Trappers, Rob.
Well, and you know, Courtney, we're at a time period right now in near Christmas, and you know, legendary Trappers coach and legendary coach Guy Blanchard always used to say to me, when it comes to Christmas, that's the time, that's your benchmark. So there should be nothing out there that the teams don't know about one another. Teams should know their systems. So we're at that time now where both teams know what they have, they know what they're going to the show with, and so there should be no mysteries.
Speaking of knowing what they have, I think they know they got quite the goal scorer in Benjamin Brunton with 20 goals in 12 games played so far. I mean, he's been impressive. Owen Head as well. This is a high-flying offensive team. When you look at the top point getters, almost half the roster is double-digit points, whereas if you look at the U16 Greyhounds, only 4 of them have double-digit points on the season.
And that's a really important point, Courtney, because this year the Trappers, they're scoring by committee, so they can score through all of their lines, whereas last year, you know, they only had a couple guys that were racking up the points, but Ben Brunton is definitely one of their offensive threats, but we look at Cam Lockhart, we look at Cosmic, and there's a number of guys there. They're scoring by committee this year, and I think that's really rounding out the Trappers.
Yeah, again, Brunton, 20 goals in 12 games played. Cosmic has 9 in 10. Cameron Lockhart has 7 in 10. It's very impressive when you can score at almost a goal a game. And when I think of players that can score almost at a goal a game at this level, I think of guys that have gone on to the next level and done great things, i.e. a guy like Caleb Dawson, Nate Gravel, who were high scorers on the U18 Trappers team a couple of years ago, that have now gone on to be impressive players at the next level. So if you're scoring 20 goals in 12 games, you probably have eyes at the higher level.
Well, and I'm telling you, Courtney, Benny Brunton has something to prove, and he's proven it.
He has indeed, but we're getting to the point now where it's time for the national anthems, and we'll be back with more after the national anthems.
Please rise if able for the playing of O Canada.
And we welcome you back inside the Powassan Sportsplex after the national anthems are here, and we're getting set now for opening puck drop, and we'll talk about here in just a moment our starting lines.
Tonight's starting lineups are brought to you by the Clubhouse by Gateway Golf. Located on Oak Street East in North Bay, Ontario, with over 200 plus real-time courses, simulator arcade games, and delicious eats, the Clubhouse is North Bay's newest social hangout.
And we welcome you back inside the Sportsplex as we set our starting lineups here. We'll just really talk about our goalies. It looks like it's Carson Ruddy in net for the U18 Trappers, and on the other side we have Tanner Carrier in net for the Sault Greyhounds. We're underway as Starovich walks on in to Greyhounds territory. Puck comes in, it just misses wide of the net. And the Trappers on the attack. The Greyhounds in their road whites are going left to right this frame. The Trappers in their home reds are going right to left. And the puck comes loose. Good chance on net there. It's just kicked away, or tapped away by the stick, I should say, of Carrier. Back into the corner, out of the corner rather. The Trappers pushing all sorts of pressure here on their opening shift, but now the puck down the ice, and it's in on Ruddy, who plays it and quickly gets it down the ice for a good dump in by Starovich. Now up the ice. Chance there for Pizhnishny. Got it in, but Head picks it up. Head with the puck on the far side, battling for it in Trappers territory. Cullen got it down the ice, but it's quickly picked up by the U16 Trappers. Lossell sends it in deep. It'll go around the end wall. Another chance as bodies fall on the ice. That was Moore. Segan Hutchison tried to play the puck up, but now it's back for Cullen. Cullen gains the red line, tries to dump it in. Now it's to Lossell. Lossell sends it around behind the net. Cosmic was there, but he didn't see it. And now the puck comes loose for the Greyhounds. Down the ice, Greyhounds on the attack. Good move there, but they couldn't quite get a shot away. As now the puck comes back to the Trappers. Lossell goes cross ice, missed his target in Cosmic. Cosmic gets it to the red line and dumps it in. Carrier out to play the puck, leaves it behind his net. Now Jarrett. Jarrett with it. Sends it down the ice. Bosio sends it in deep. 2 minutes gone here in this frame. No shots on goal yet. No goals to tell you of course. And now Brunton. Nearly a stretch pass there, just out of his reach. Brunton on the backhand chance. And that one's covered up by Carrier.
Well, you know, you mentioned, Courtney, you were talking about the goalies. Carson Ruddy's coming off a couple of outings, you know, where he hasn't been the Carson that we know in terms of the consistency. Carson's hallmark is his consistency, and he's really looking for a great bounce-back game today. We had a good session yesterday with both Carson and Luggy, and I know that he's going to be ready for today's game.
As the puck now down the ice. Speaking of a chance here on Ruddy, walks in, takes the shot. What a save there by Ruddy. Puck is loose though, and it comes out front, but the U16 Greyhounds couldn't make anything happen out of that, as that was a good chance for them. Their first grade A chance, and Ruddy made the save. Now in the corner, Deck with it. Tried to get it to Brunton. Now it comes loose. And Broussard has it down the ice. Gains the red line, sends it in on Carrier. He bobbled the puck a little bit on that one. And now the puck came loose underneath him, but he just covers up.
Well, that was a really important stop for Carson early in the game. Like we said, he's trying to come back after a couple of outings that he'd like to have back. The defense for the Trappers are going to have to be careful, because there is some speed with this U16 team, and they can be vulnerable if they don't keep... Oh!
It's off the draw. What a goal there by Moore, as he just put that one over the glove side. Matthias Moore gets his third of the season, as he picked top shelf over Carrier's glove.
And isn't that interesting, Courtney, how you talked about the scoring and how really it has been through committee this year with the Trappers, and there's an example of Matthias stepping up and getting a beautiful goal off the face-off.
Right off the draw. Didn't even have a chance. You were still giving your analysts on that. Near side now. Burnett, or Paquette rather, played that around. Now comes out to head. Near side. Paquette with it. To Proctor. Played on the near side. Back to the blue line. It's just out of the reach of Bahari. And down the ice it goes. Ruddy out to play the puck behind his net. Sends it up. It missed his target, though. Now Proctor to the races. Proctor's pass looking for Starovich. It missed him. And now the puck is loose through the neutral zone by the Greyhounds. Greyhounds in on the attack. Sharp angle chance. Just missed the net. Now it's up for Starovich. Starovich moves around. Tried to get a clearing attempt out, but instead it comes back in for the Greyhounds, who play it out front. And it's picked off by North Bay. North Bay into the offensive zone. Shovels the puck on net. That one's blocked aside by the stick of Carrier. And it's into the corner. Now back to the point. Trappers with another shot. Carrier with another save. As in the early going, the shots favor the Trappers 4-1.
That was a bit of a wasted shot. We talk about this, Courtney, that, the defense, when you're going to take a shot from the blue line, sometimes there are what we would call a wasted shot. And that one was, no screen, eyes not taken away from the goalie. I would consider that a bit of a wasted shot.
Getting ready for the draw here to the far side in Greyhounds territory. Now it's back to the blue line and out. And the Greyhounds get it into Trappers territory. Ruddy out to play the puck again. And he decides against it and leaves it for his mates to collect. Now battling in the corner. Trying to come away with it. That will draw our first penalty as Buckman's taken to the ice. And he'll draw the first penalty on a tripping call. So the Trappers to the power play.
And Buckman doesn't draw that penalty if he doesn't keep his feet moving. So good job of Blair to actually keep his feet moving there and actually drawing that penalty as a result of that.
Good to see his billet brother in attendance too, Anthony Romani, scoring machine for the North Bay Battalion. He's been shelved with an injury though for most of this year so far.
Yeah, hopefully we get him back into play.
You could do a lot worse than having a billet brother like Anthony Romani.
I'm sure a little bit of that has rubbed off on Blair this year.
Cullen sends the puck in deep. Now Lockhart sends it around for Cosmic, and Cullen had vacated the point, so he couldn't keep the line. Now it's up again for Cosmic, who sidesteps a check. Now Brunton walking in. It couldn't quite get in deep, though, as a good wall there of Greyhounds players stopped that. Now Cullen up for Cosmic. Out front for Brunton. Brunton on a 2-on-1 here. Passes it out front. Lockhart scores! Wow. Power play goal for Cameron Lockhart, his 8th of the season.
And that goal started on the back end with Cullen's beautiful heads-up pass. And what a beautiful pass over by Benny Brunton to set up that goal. And that was just a beautifully executed play all around.
The reaction of Brunton, too, when Cosmic sent it to him. He wasn't looking at Cosmic when the pass started coming his way. He looked down, saw the puck, immediately knew what he was going to do on it, too.
That's that hockey IQ that Benny is known for.
Well, we talk about Brunton's goal-scoring prowess at 20 goals in 12 games. He now has 11 assists, and this will be his 13th game played, so he's not just a goal scorer, although his record looks like he's a Cy Young winner.
Yeah, well, he really prides himself in his hockey IQ, and when you talk to him, you ask him, what is one of your intangible skills, and he believes his ability to read plays and his hockey IQ is something he prides himself in.
Now the Greyhounds looking to get something going, send the puck down. We're 5.5 minutes into this game, and it's 2-0 Trappers, and now there's a Greyhound player that's slow to get up. Down the ice the other way, walks in. Out front to Segan Hutchison. He has to play it into the corner, and is sent out for head. Head stops it up, and he throws it rink wide, but now we'll see another penalty, this time to the Trappers. So the Greyhounds might have a chance to respond here.
Yeah, and again, discipline for both teams is really important, but I know Coach Josh Dale for the Trappers this year has really been working with his team on trying to keep them out of the penalty box because, when you're on your heels and you're having to kill penalties, it takes a lot of energy and it disrupts your line matchups, and they've generally done a good job of that this year.
Yeah, that's something that Josh has told me about too whenever I see him and we talk. He talks about staying out of the box, staying out of the box, staying out of the box.
Yeah, it's really important. Like I said, when you're chasing the game and you're disrupting your lines, and it takes a lot more energy to kill a penalty than it does to try to be on the offense.
In now for the Greyhounds behind the net. As Bosio got it to Vincent at the point. Vincent walks the line, sends it across ice. That's Boisano. Now in deep, back to Boisano at the point. Boisano with the shot, Ruddy with the save, rebound there in the blue paint, and it's knocked away before the Greyhounds could get another chance. Pizhnishny lost it, and the Trappers get a hold of it and send it down the ice. One thing that head coach of the battalion, Ryan Houlihan, has told me too is that the more time you spend on special teams, the less time, the shorter the bench becomes, because you're playing the same guys all the time.
Yeah, disrupting your line matchups, right?
Yep.
And that's a big thing that sometimes teams don't think about.
Greyhounds still on the attack here with just over a minute left. Another shot on goal turned aside by Ruddy. And the puck on the far side now. Colbert tries to whack it out. He does get it out now on a second chance as it was kept in initially. Colbert throws that on net, and that was blocked aside by Carrier. Now the puck back to the point. Sagan Hutchison couldn't keep it in. Now a nice move there to get it between his legs. That was Escaza. And the puck on the far side. 35 seconds left on the man advantage. Carbone with the puck. Leaves it now to Escaza. Escaza with the shot. That one's blocked before it could get through. Now back again. Moore, one of the goal scorers, tried to dump it out. Carbone kept it in. Escaza on the near side. He's knocked off the puck by Sagan Hutchison, but he still makes the pass. Now into the corner with 10 seconds left on the man advantage. Everyone's favorite play, where the puck is pinned against the boards. Now the puck did come out, and Ruddy had to be sharp on that one as it bounced in front of his net. And we're back to 5-on-5. Puck loose to the Trappers. They can't get it out. It's still kept in by the Greyhounds, who take a sharp angle shot. And Ruddy makes a save on that one and covers up.
Well, I'm really liking what I'm seeing from Carson right now. He seems to be really square to the puck. Seems to be really confident. And right there, again, no rebound, which is really important on a shot like that.
No, he was right on that puck. Good to see. His t-shirt must be pretty good.
I don't know about that, but
Bahari in his own zone, nearly in trouble there, but he's able to get the puck up and out. Now back on the attack go the Trappers. Walking in, far side. Out front, Broussard with a shot, and that one was a solid chance there for the Trappers and a big save by Carrier.
So there's Cam Lockhart, North Bay Battalion draft pick, wheeling around the net, head up, makes a beautiful pass right to the slot, and a great chance and a good save by the Sioux Greyhound goalie.
Getting ready for the draw on the far side.
We call that the Carey Price suck it up save.
Puck won by the Greyhounds. Can they get it out? No, Proctor keeps it in. Throws it out front. Good chance there. And Carrier again with another big save. And the puck went skyward. And now the Greyhounds get it out. Dump back in. Ruddy out to play it. But he again leaves it for Bahari. Bahari couldn't clear. And now a sharp angle chance. Kicked aside by the pad of Ruddy. And the puck back out front. Bahari with it again. Bahari down the ice for Lockhart. Lockhart gains the zone, dumps it in for Brunton. Brunton battles for it along with Keller. Now he comes away with it. Brunton goes cross ice. He had a man wide open that was Deck, but he couldn't quite get the puck on his stick. Down the ice. Buckman with it in his own zone. Turns up. Looking for some options. He finds Brunton wide open there. Somehow he got behind everybody, but he couldn't quite corral the pass. Now the puck on the far side. Picked up by the Trappers. That's LaSalle on the far side. Hit thrown. LaSalle still battling for it. And Keller comes away. Gets it up to the blue line, but not out. Now Cosmic takes the shot. That one's blocked. And Jalbert tries to get it out. Or Jared, I should say. Down the ice he goes, gains the red line. However, the puck's knocked away from him. deck. Had to play that one out of harm's way. And now the puck's down for Ruddy to play it. 10 minutes gone here. 2-0 Trappers. LaSalle hits his man. It's Vincent. And it's in deep. Pizhnishny tried to get it out front. Now the puck does come out front. And it's cleared from in front of the net by the Trappers. Back to the point. Boisano takes a shot. That one's kicked aside by Ruddy. And the puck again out front. Good stick there by Ruddy to disrupt that pass, or else that would have been a nice tap home for Vincent. Puck comes out front again. Ruddy knocking it away with his stick. Still battling for it. Greyhounds all over the in tight of the Trappers. And the Trappers do finally get the puck out. Down the ice, Boisano with the puck in his own zone. Up for Escaza. Escaza had a hit lined up by Segan Hutchison, but he got away from the brunt of that one. Now Cullen behind his net. Cullen stops up, sends it up for Starovich. Starovich goes cross ice. And it was played to Colbert, but Colbert lost his footing and lost the puck. Now Cullen with it in his own zone. Plays it up for Segan Hutchison. Now up for Starovich. Starovich tried to get it in deep, and it rolls in now on Carrier. Carrier tried to cover it, but it was cleared by his defenseman. Now Segan Hutchison throws it in on net, and it's covered up by Carrier, and we'll get a stoppage here.
Well, you can see how that top line of the Sioux Greyhounds can cause some issues for the Trappers. And speaking with Coach Josh Dale, I mean, we tend to think of doing line matchups in the NHL, but I know Coach Josh has said that, you know, if they can somehow contain that top line of the Greyhounds, they feel that's going to be really important. And we saw them on full display there a minute ago.
At the end in the corner, Trappers battling for it. The Greyhounds come away with it, but now it's left for the Trappers out front. Another chance off the post, and that was Siegel with it. He's dangerous with the puck too. Siegel in deep. Another chance turned aside by Carrier. And now back out for the Greyhounds. Can't quite get it through the neutral zone, though. It's dumped back in by the Trappers. No icing, as a few bodies collide in the neutral zone. Kept in by Segan Hutchison. Into the corner now. Trapper with possession in the corner. Takes a backhand chance, and that one's blocked. Now Moore in the corner. Played down the ice. Segan Hutchison with it in his own zone. Has the puck. Flips it all the way down the ice. That'll miss the goal, though, so that'll go for icing. And now the Greyhounds will have an offensive zone draw.
A couple of things I'm seeing from the Trappers that I really like, and I think it's a testament to the fact that Coach Josh Dale has prepared this team well. I'm seeing some passing with precision, and I'm seeing a real sense of urgency. I know Coach Josh Dale has told the boys we can't take this U16 team lightly. They're coming in here, you know, off that victory, and it seems like the Trappers have gotten the message.
Gotten the message indeed. They've come out flying to start this game. As now the U16 Trappers, McNally gets it into the corner and is back out to the point now for a good chance here from Keller. Shot on net, kicked aside by Ruddy. And the puck down the ice again for the Trappers. Gaining the red line, now the blue line. Moore had it roll off his stick, and the Greyhounds tried to get back on the counterattack, but they lost the puck, and now Proctor sends it in deep. Comes around on the near side for Moore. Moore plays it, sends it, tries to get it back to Bahari. Now Bahari missed it as he went to go and take a check. Proctor with it. Sends it up, head, sends it in deep. Now Paquette couldn't quite get a hold of it. Now, that could have been too many men, but it didn't hit any Trapper player. Head. Sends the puck in, kicked aside by Carrier, and he takes a bit of a hit there, and now we'll get a penalty called here. I missed who it was for, but it's for, looks like it's for boarding. So I believe that's going to be the Greyhounds going into the box.
Well, you know, Courtney, a 2-0 lead in a U18 AAA game is nothing, and we've seen 5-goal leads evaporate pretty quickly. So I'm quite certain that Coach Josh Dale is encouraging his team certainly not to let off in terms of their intensity, because 2-0 lead at this age and stage is really not that much of a lead.
Not at all. And it's Boisano in the box. So the Trappers are 1 for 1 on the power play here tonight, or today I should say. And the puck's up the yard up the ice for Broussard. Broussard gains the red line. Stumped in deep. Now, played down the ice and out of danger by the Greyhounds. Ruddy quickly up the ice again. Brassard, they might have caught them on a change here. Brassard back for Starovich. His shot blocked. And it's right back down the ice by the Greyhounds. What a play by Ruddy there to kind of try and catch them on a change on that one. Now he nearly gives it away, though, in the corner. And Segan Hutchison battling for it in the corner, but the Greyhounds still have possession. Again, into the corner. The Trappers finally come away with it, and it's down the ice for Starovich. Gaining the zone, just dumps it in. Couldn't quite get any possession. Now it's Head with it. Head, sharp angle chance. Carrier with the save. And it's into the corner. Now down the ice again. Ruddy plays the puck. Less than a minute left on the man advantage. And Head with it. Dumps it in. And it bounces by everyone, and it's all the way down for Ruddy. Ruddy quickly back down the ice again. Gets it Cosmic at the blue line, who dumps it in. Carrier's just going to cover it up. And for those of you at home, one thing that we have in our Voodoo's games is we really enjoy the stanchion here at the door of the Zamboni door because we can't see how much time's on the away penalty. You can see on the home side penalty fine.
Well, we can imagine it.
I just know it's less than a minute. That's all I can tell you. Lockhart on the far side. Cosmic gets it on the near side now from Lockhart. He sends it right back for Head. Head trying to get around his man, but it's back to Cullen at the point. Cullen with a shot. That one's blocked in front by Keller. And Keller picks it up, sends it down the ice, and that should just about kill what's left of this man advantage. Trappers down the ice. That misses the target, but it hit him. That was Cosmic, so there's no icing. Now the Greyhounds tried to send it down the ice and couldn't quite get it. Now they do. Now Pizhnishny. Pizhnishny walks in. He picked his corner, and he just put that one wide. Now back in behind the net, Pizhnishny couldn't corral that pass. And now the puck comes loose for the Trappers. Down the ice. Into the offensive zone. Vincent with it, but it's offside, so we'll get a stoppage here.
And man, you know, from our viewpoint here, seeing that release by Pizhnishny, to be able to shoot like that, I mean, I'm always in awe of the skill that these U16 players and U18 players have, and just to see that shot and that release, Courtney, do you think you could stop that?
Nope. 0 out of 10. That's one thing our friend Chris Dawson keeps wanting to do is put me in goalie gear and have some Voodoo's players take shots on me. I'm like, it's gonna look bad, but I'll do it. Anything for content, man. I guess like. Yeah. All my goaltending experience comes from road hockey and one game in Timbits.
Well, there you go. That should be enough. That should be.
I think so. I could hang with the Junior A boys for sure.
Just remember your depth.
Yeah. Another chance, shot on net by the Trappers. Carrier with another save. And that puck comes out and way out of play as it's fired up near the flags behind the goals.
And going back to some talk about goaltender, you notice how aggressive Carson's been on that puck play in that last sequence. And one of the things I always try to coach my goalies on is communicating with defensemen. And when you have a strong puck-playing goalie, especially at this age and stage, it can make a huge difference on the back end.
I was going to ask you, do you prefer your goalies to come out and play the puck? But that pretty much just answered that question. So.
Well, there's two things with that. Obviously, you have to have a good hockey IQ when it comes to playing the puck, and certainly there's times when you can overplay the puck. But one of the things I like about having my goalies play the puck is it keeps them in the game. And when you're a struggling goalie and you're coming off of a couple of rough outings, playing the puck keeps you mentally alert and it keeps you focused. And so I think there's a psychological advantage there too as well.
I remember, I'll finish off this thought here in a moment more to the attack. Paquette now behind the net. Flipped around. And the Greyhounds get the puck out. Bahari down the ice. Jarrett missed the pass, so it's to Proctor in his own zone. Proctor nearly gave it away. He did give it away. And now Bosio with it. Bosio takes the shot. That one's over the net, off the end board. Nearly bounced out front again. Now Jarrett with it. Lost it to Proctor, though. Proctor twisting and turning. Down the ice. Got it to Head. Head. Gains the zone. Lost it. And now the Greyhounds send it right back down. Segan Hutchison flips it down the ice. And now it's in for the Greyhounds to get it out. Brenton dumps it right back in. Not very far, though. And now the puck out of the Greyhound zone and back on the attack they go. Watts walking in. Takes a sharp angle chance. Is blocked aside by the Trappers. And now the puck right back down the ice. Veneri with the tee. Takes a big hit. Oh, my goodness. Lockhart out front. Good chance there. And that one's stopped by a Carrier. But just to finish the point of goaltenders playing the puck, when I grew up, the guys that were out there playing the puck a lot, you had the Marty Brodeurs, the Hashicks weren't afraid to come out of their net. Ed Belfour was a good puck handling goalie. Marty Turco, Curtis Joseph, all those guys. I think with the Trapezoid, you don't really see that skill set anymore back there.
Well, they actually took that away with the Trapezoid, 100%.
Yeah.
But as we've mentioned in our broadcast, our goalies are not encumbered by that. So
another goal there for the Trappers as the rebound chance came to out front for Brunton. Surprise, surprise, who gets his 21st of the season?
Well, and interesting, one of the things we were talking with the boys in our practice the other day is putting pucks to the net. And I've suggested that you shoot low blocker side because most goalies are going to give up a rebound. And that first shot came low blocker side and the rebound was kicked right out for that goal. So, shooting with intent and shooting with purpose, I think is really important. And we're seeing the Trappers doing a lot of that here today.
3-0 already. Just over a minute and a half left in this first period. Now the puck down the ice. Back into Trappers territory. That's Carlson. Carlson came away with the puck and he sends it into the corner. On the far side, that's Demidovic. He tried to get it in. Now it's for Deck. Deck has the puck. Sends it cross ice. Just missed its target. And it's into the Greyhound zone. Not enough for icing, though. Back down the ice. Linesman nearly takes a tumble as the puck went by him. Now back in again. Head behind his net. 45 seconds left in this frame. Now it's to Cosmic at the blue line. Cosmic gets around his guys, creates some space for himself. Now he carries the puck in. Cosmic stops up. Leaves it for LaSalle. LaSalle back for Cosmic. Out front was looking for Siegel. Couldn't quite get the pass on him. Now the puck bouncing around nearly came loose. And Carrier would have been in trouble on that one. Under 20 seconds to go. The puck is blocked and down the ice. Now Segan Hutchison with it. To Cosmic. Cosmic sends the puck in deep. 5 seconds left on the clock here, and that should all but do our first period with a 3-0 lead for the U18 Trappers over the U16 Greyhounds. Dr. Rob, before we go to our intermission here, what are your final thoughts on that entertaining opening frame?
Well, I think that Coach Josh Dale's done a good job of preparing the Trappers for this U16 Greyhound team. I'm pretty sure he's going in there happy with what he's seen. But, teaching kids at this level how to win games that you're supposed to and how to finish games is an important skill. So I think that, Coach Josh Dale is going to be talking to the boys about how a 3-0 lead, a great first period, we have to keep building. The U16 Greyhounds, they're youthful, they're exuberant, and getting them on their toes, 3-0 lead, Courtney, at this age and stage, it's not insurmountable.
Not at all. Shots on goal after the opening frame favored the Trappers 15-7. But with that being said, we'll take our first break through the intermission right now. I'm Courtney, he's Dr. Rob. We'll be back with more on the other side of this intermission.
Tonight's broadcast is brought to you by Average Joe's Eatery. Average Joe's, where we want your experience here to be a happy one. 3501 Trout Lake Road.
Why is Northern Honda servicing more cars of all makes and models? Let's count the ways. 1. Our state-of-the-art facility has award-winning technicians. 2. Northern Honda has the lowest tire price guarantee, no matter what you drive. 3. The lowest synthetic oil change guarantee, and every 5th oil change is free for all makes and models. Plus, new Honda buyers get brake pads for life. See the service difference at Northern Honda, 1250 Seymour beside Home Depot.
The Goalie Resiliency Podcast, hosted by Chris Dawson and Dr. Rob Graham. With player interviews new and old, goalie insights, and everything you need to know about being a netminder, this is the podcast to check out. You can subscribe at youtube.com/goalie resiliency or instagram.com/goalie_resiliency.
Tonight's broadcast.
Why is Northern Honda servicing more cars of all makes and models? Let's count the ways. 1. Our state-of-the-art facility has a
Testing, testing. Testing, testing.
Doesn't make any sense.
But as soon as I do that, I don't hear myself. But I can now. As long as we have audio going through. Yeah, there's audio going through. Can you hear me?
Welcome to the Clubhouse by Gateway Golf. Located on Oak Street East in North Bay, with over 200 plus real-time courses, simulator arcade games, and delicious eats, the Clubhouse is North Bay's newest social hangout. You can book times now at gatewaygolf.ca or come visit at 245 Oak Street East in North Bay, Ontario. The Goalie Resiliency Podcast, hosted by Chris Dawson and Dr. Rob Graham. With player interviews new and old, goalie insights, and everything you need to know about being a netminder, this is the podcast to check out. You can subscribe at youtube.com/goalieresiliency or instagram.com/goalie_resiliency.
And we welcome you back inside the Powassan Sportsplex here for what should be the second period here between the U18 Trappers and the U16 Sioux Greyhounds. I'm Courtney Kenny, pleased to be joined by Dr. Rob Graham, and we're set for our second period and 3-0 game after one period of play, but like you said, it's not an insurmountable lead, or deficit, I should say, for the Greyhounds.
No, 100% not. And, Carson has done a good job early in the game of steadying the ship, stopping a breakaway on his very first shot. For the most part, the Trappers have controlled all three zones, neutral zone, offensive zone, and defensive zone. It's essentially their game to win, but, that top line of the Greyhounds, it has some real giddy up and go, and, they're going to have to be careful not to let the young Greyhounds back into this one.
So far, Ruddy is 7 for 7 on shot attempts and saves, whereas on the other side, Carrier has allowed 3 on 15 shots, so he's made 12 saves altogether. As we're set for the opening draw of the second frame, and the Trappers in their home reds are going left to right, and the Greyhounds in the road whites are going right to left as the Trappers on the attack early. Back in. Drop pass. However, Starovich wasn't really ready for it. Now going the other way is the Greyhounds. Walking in. Couldn't make anything happen, though, as they lost the puck. Now Carbone lost it to Carlson. Now it's back in again. Archambault got it in deep. Now it's on the near side half wall in Trappers territory. Puck comes out, but not very far as the U16 Greyhounds pick it back up. Now the Trappers have it, and Colbert with a lane. Colbert walks in, takes a shot. That one was slowed up by a stick, but it still got in on Carrier, who made the save. Now the puck right back down the ice. Starovich tried to play it in. Back in again. Into Greyhounds territory. The back pass. No one was there for it. Now Vincent back in. Trappers pick it up behind their net. Down the ice they go. Pick back up into the offensive zone. Cullen with a shot. Carrier looked like it handcuffed him a little bit, but he still made the save and was able to get the stoppage.
You'll notice, Courtney, when any of the Trapper players are getting the puck, their feet are moving, and it's nice to see. There's certainly a sense of urgency in their game, and it doesn't look like they're going to let off.
3-0 lead after 20 minutes of play, like we said. I should say 21 minutes and 15 seconds. As we were a minute and a bit into this frame. Now Lockhart on the near side. Battling for it. Lost it though, and now Brunton picks it up. Brunton tried to slide it across to his line mate, Broussard. He just didn't have enough oomph on the pass to get through. Now Brunton shoveled it out front. Picks it up in the corner. Lost it. Now it's on the near side half wall. And it's played back behind the net. Sent down the ice now to Cullen. Cullen picks it up. down the ice. It's flipped back in. Lockhart got it in deep. Now the puck takes a strange bounce out front of Carrier. And Brunton was right there on the doorstep, but it went by him. Now a sharp angle chance is off the side of the net and in front of the net. But it's picked back up by the Trappers. Carrier might have got a piece of that. Now another chance. It's put back behind the net as Carrier made the save. Brunton tried to get it back out front. Now back down the ice go the Greyhounds as they try to flip it into the offensive zone. Now back to the point. Picked up by the Greyhounds. Thrown towards the net. Blocked though. And right back down. Trappers picking it up with a head of steam going through the neutral zone. Try to throw it towards the net, but they stop up, decide to make the play in the corner, and are still battling for it. Another chance here. Greyhounds finally get it out. That's Aikens. And Proctor gets it, sends it right back in. Now Veneri with the puck. Got it around to his mate, and it's down the ice, and just out of the reach of Jarrett. Sent back for Buckman, though. Buckman in his own zone. Dipsy doodles around one and gets going. Buckman walks in, takes a shot, he scores! What a goal by Buckman as he went end to end, made a nice move in his own zone to get loose and went right down and picked his corner.
Well, Courtney, we get a great vantage point from up here, and like we've said, the skill level of these guys is it just amazes me. And Carter Buckman, heads up all the way, moving the feet, and what a shot and what a release. And we've got a goaltender change right now. That's a shot that, a goalie probably would want to have, but in all fairness, what a release and what a shot.
Buckman's first of the season. Now we have Gavin Zuccato in net for the Greyhounds, as that was 4 goals on 20 shots for Carrier. Now back down through the neutral zone, flipped in. The Trappers send it right back in. 4-0 Trappers on a nice highlight reel goal by Buckman. Like you said, probably a shot the goalie wants to have, but what a snipe by the young defender. Now the puck down the ice, kept in though by the Trappers. Sent in. The Trappers still on the attack. That's Brunton with it. Turns around, didn't like what he saw. And he puts it back in. Now it comes across. Buckman would have had a chance there, but he would have put himself in a dangerous position if he had pinched in. Now he sends the puck right back down the ice. That one's knocked away by the Greyhounds and out of the zone. Back down to Trappers territory. Buckman with it. And it's offside though as he cleared it out, and the Greyhounds put it back in. Offside against the Greyhounds.
I think one of the dangers, Courtney, at this age and stage with the hockey is if I'm a coach, we want to make sure that our team, we don't start goal hunting. We want to stay disciplined. We want to keep doing what we're doing to have the success, moving the feet, shooting and passing with precision and getting pucks deep. And sometimes at this age and stage, guys have a tendency to want to go point hunting. And I know that that's something that Coach Josh will be kind of talking to his players about.
Puck in on Ruddy, and he just covers that one up as he was able to flip it out of the air with his glove. Question for you on the goaltending side of things. As a goaltender coming in cold midway through the game like that, what do you think's going through Zuccato's mind right now?
Well, I think Zuccato at the Christmas mark, he's got a lot of reps in. And sometimes I have to be honest, Courtney, coming in, some of the best games I ever played as a goalie was coming in cold because, the expectations aren't there. You haven't had the chance to sit around and think about the game. And, I do recall on occasion some of my best performances have been coming in cold.
Well, he made a save there, his first of the game. And now we'll get a draw to his glove side or the broadcast side of the rink here. Siegel in for the draw. And it's played back and cross ice by Culbert. Now picked up. Down the ice they go the other way. Pizhnishny on the attack. Pizhnishny with a chance, and he puts that one over Ruddy's net. As they might not have had many chances with 7 shots on goal, but they've had a few good ones, the Greyhounds.
And Captain Cullen there on defense did exactly what we would want a defenseman to do. You'll notice how he came back to the post. He gave Carson the shooter, and his job was to disrupt that pass. And and I know that's something that we've been working on. So good job by Jackson Cullen right there, and good job by Carson to identify his role in taking the shooter.
Lockhart battling for it in his own zone is picked up by Brunton, though, as Brunton now down the ice. Looking out for Lockhart. Lockhart nearly whacked that one out of the air. And now back on the attack are the Greyhounds. Escaza walking in. Couldn't quite get it away, though. Now as Brunton was looking for Lockhart. Lockhart would have had a lane, but the puck is knocked away from him. Now he throws a hit in the corner. And Brunton gets it out front. Big save there by Zaccato, and then it's back in the net as Lockhart gets his second of the game and his 9th of the season off the rebound.
Going to use a word here, Courtney, and the word of the day for the Trappers is tenacious. You know, going to the net for the rebounds, not letting off. They have definitely showed a level of tenaciousness today that I know that Coach Josh Dale will be very pleased with.
23 shots on goal now, 7 for the Greyhounds. And these two teams are back in action again tomorrow morning, right here at the Sportsplex. 9:30 in the morning. It's going to be an early one.
I will have already had 8 to 10 cups of black coffee by then, Courtney. Now, Courtney, I wanted to comment. You're wearing the right jersey here today.
I am.
Any thoughts on your Buffalo Bills?
Love them. They can't do anything wrong. No, that's not true.
I have to. I'm a Bills fan myself, and Josh Allen, you know, I would kiss him if I saw him.
I'm with you. I'm the same boat as you. That man is I used the term last weekend, he's a god.
Yeah, I'll go. I will agree with that.
Bahari with the puck. My friend, though, he's really going through it this year. He's a Dolphins and Bears fan, so he's not having a good year watching football. Puck down the ice into Trappers territory. However, I do have to say, as a Bills fan, I'm feeling pretty good after that win to the Chiefs, but they got to do it when it matters, right?
100%. And I already told you about the conspiracy theory around that, right?
Yeah. Well, there's conspiracy theories about everything. I don't think that one's true.
The Bills have to do it when it matters, and so do my Leafs, Courtney.
Yes,
right?
We just cheer for the wrong team sometimes.
Yeah.
Puck down the ice. LaSalle tries to get in. I have a little funny thing about our favorite sports teams I'll mention at the next stoppage. A video I saw on Instagram the other day. Puck knocked back in by the Trappers, but it's sent right back down by the Greyhounds. High shot, and it's going to go all the way back down the ice. But in on the move, or in, is Cosmic. Cosmic gets to it first, sends it in sharp angle. It might have hit Zaccato with it. And down the ice now, Buckman picks it up at the red line, sends it in cross ice. And the puck down the ice again. Trappers with possession in their own zone. Quick pass up, Moore has a step, Moore walks in, takes a shot. That one's off the stick of Zaccato and went into the corner. As this Trappers team really catching that Greyhounds team a couple of times now on that deep pass from their own zone. We saw Ruddy do it a couple of times on the power play in the first. As now Brunton knocks the puck back down the ice. McNally with it. McNally has the puck. Paquette picks it up. And it's right back for the Greyhounds. The Greyhounds down the ice. Watts tries to walk in. He does, but he loses it to Buckman. It's sent down the ice. And picking it up in his own zone is Keller. Keller flips it right back down. Misses Ruddy's net, though. But there's no icing on that. Now they call it. That was a little delayed there. One thing I saw is, you get a lot of friends, a lot of family will try and help you through, some of your life's biggest choices, like what you want to do with your career, who you're interested in marrying, stuff like that. How come we don't get any help when it comes to choosing our sports teams? That's like one of the biggest decisions of our life.
Well,
and now we're like suffering Leafs fans because of it.
And if you grow up in the United States, where I spent a little bit of time playing hockey in the Minnesota area, sometimes you're born into a team, right?
Yeah.
Like your family, you're born into it. You don't have a choice. We do have choices, and I have almost given up on my Leafs at some points, but
I don't blame you. It's rough sometimes. Although I'm liking the way they're playing this year with Craig Berube at the helm. As the puck offside for the Greyhounds. But that's what I mean. Like, sometimes you're born into it. I always give our buddy Chris Dawson a hard time, being like, you grew up in Lethbridge and you cheer for the North Stars. Like, that's a weird little startup there. Now he's a Stars fan because of it.
Well, we could do a psychoanalysis of our good friend Mr. Dawson.
Oh, I'm sure he would love that. Puck back out. Off the draw, the Greyhounds send it into Trappers territory, and the Trappers pick it up. Only one shot on goal so far this period for Ruddy. And the puck comes out for the Trappers. Now out of their zone. Colbert on the near side. Colbert gets it in deep. It's sent back to the blue line, though. Cullen with a chance, takes the shot, missed it. And now Siegel sends it right back in. Puck loose again. Big save there by Zaccato, as that was a good chance right there. And now we get a little bit of pushing and shoving after the whistle between these two teams. Adam Morrell trying to corral them a little bit.
And you know, Courtney, I talked about it earlier, but the Trappers are doing it by committee. You know, you look at number 10, Colbert, and you look at Mateus Moore from last year to this year and the confidence he's playing with it. And, you know, all the way through their line, they seem to have that confidence and that ability to score and get pucks to net. We just saw it there again on that shift. And I think that's a big difference in the team this year, is that doing it by committee.
Doing it by committee as well, like we mentioned, you know, they have half the rosters pretty much double digit in points. Segan Hutchison right on the doorstep with 9 himself. As now the puck is lost to the Trappers in the Greyhound zone. Out front, Lockhart was looking for the hat trick, and he just fanned on the one-time attempt. And now puck back into Trappers territory. Bahari tried to knock it out, but it was kept in momentarily by the Greyhounds, who send it right back in on the backhand. Bahari. Go ahead, sorry.
Cam just had his eyes off the puck on that one. I think he was looking up and was ready to celebrate before it was on his stick.
Yeah, that would have been a nice goal, too. Nice setup by the Trappers. On the far side, Broussard with it. Sends it in deep. Now a chance from the point. Brunton shovels it on net, and that one's stopped again by Gavin Zaccato.
And you know, Cam Lockhart, I mean, there was some talk originally that he may not be able to finish the year. He's battling through some injury, and but you know, as a power forward, as a North Bay Battalion draft pick, it's hard to take the power out of a power forward, and certainly he's still playing with some of that power forward presence. And again, it's really got a nice scoring touch this year, and it's been a really important part to have him back with the Trappers.
Another chance off the draw. Zaccato with a blocker save, and he stops that one, covers it up. But yeah, this team would look a lot different without Cameron Lockhart on that top line. I mean, he's got, coming into today, he had 16 points in 10 games. Make that 18 and 11 now. So, you know, he's been impressive for sure for the Trappers.
Well, and he brings that power forward presence down low too, right? That kind of grit and battle and grind that all teams really like to have.
Yeah, I remember growing up, everyone wanted to be, you know, Jerome McGinley. Rick Nash was the prototype if you wanted to be a power forward. Those are the two guys to look up to. And every team kind of wants one of those guys.
Well, then you pair him with a Benny Brunton and his IQ and ability to pass on a dime, and you know, and then Cosmic, who's playing great out there. And there's just, you know, we go through the lineup. There's a lot of guys that are playing with some confidence this year.
Loads of confidence out there, and I'm sure being drafted by the battalion adds to that as a chance out front for the Greyhounds. They can't get it on net, though. And now Cosmic goes for a skate. Cosmic walks in, stops up, takes a shot. That one hits a body and goes wide. Now the puck back out front again as Head was pinching in. Head tries to get around his man. Now the puck does come out. Cosmic try to get a shot. That one was blocked again. And the puck is loose again for the Greyhounds, who send it right down the ice. Segan Hutchison to Cullen. Cullen to Segan Hutchison. They get it down the ice. 11 minutes gone here in this second period. And now the puck down the ice again. Greyhounds picking it up. It comes out loose to Carson Ruddy, who covers it up. And it's He's gone now, but he was just down there. But it's always kind of nice to see some alumni from this league. He didn't play for either of these teams. He played for the Nickel Capitals in Sudbury. But Caden Dubroy, Powassan Voodoo scoring machine right now, was down in the corner checking out the game early.
And you have a good eye for that, Courtney, being quite connected, obviously, with our Voodoos. And we're really lucky to have the Voodoos as a franchise here that has just been an excellent hockey team for developing players and giving our U18 and U16 players the hope and the dream of playing at the junior A level.
They do indeed, and what better place to do it than here at the Sportsplex where the Voodoos call home. Also, Josh Dale, no stranger to this arena, as he coached here for many years with the Voodoos. Now it's nice to see him back on the bench. I told him that when I saw him this morning. Nice to see him back in the Sportsplex. So.
Well, I really enjoy working with Josh, and as you might know or might not know, I met Josh when I was the goalie coach for the Voodoos, and I had a great year, and I think Josh has done a good job. You know, I think the boys really relate to him, and he brings a real positive spirit and runs a really good practice, too.
Shot off the draw, Cullen. It's saved by Zaccato. Yeah, there's not many bad things I can say about Josh, but that's a dangerous thing because now his ego is going to be hard to get through the door.
I think he says that about mine, though, too. So you give it back to him.
All right, fair enough. I give him a hard enough time. We both work at the O&R, so I give him a hard enough time whenever we're at work and I see him.
Is he your boss, though?
He's not, no.
Okay, good.
Pajnishki with the shot. That one's kicked aside by Ruddy.
Great save by Carson. Good job there to stay in the game and make that save.
No, he walks through my department quite a bit, though, so I see him quite a bit. And I always have to give him a hard time. If he was my boss, I might be a little bit more respectful. As now it's an icing call. Brunton getting mixed up there on the icing call. And we'll get a stoppage here. Almost 12 minutes gone. Shots on goal 28-9 in favor of the Trappers, too.
You know, having Jackson Cullen on the back end this year, too, coming back from Sudbury last year it's been really nice to have a solid, steady presence on the back end. And I know Coach Josh Dale, when he has a leader like that who leads, you know, through his play, too, he's been really nice to have on the back end.
Yeah, you talk about coming back from Sudbury. There's kind of a bit of an exodus, it felt like, last year of talent from North Bay that went to go play for Sudbury. So good to see a lot of it coming back. And
well, hey, you're coming back. You know, we're a good organization here, our Trappers organization, and a few of the guys defected for a year, but they came home. They came home, Courtney.
Always good to see us. Now a chance on net. Brunton with a good chance, and that one's covered up by Zaccato, who had to make a really good save there as Brunton was in close in the high slot.
You know, hats off to this young Greyhound team. You know, they're not quitting. They're not folding the tent. You know, we'll use that word resiliency, and you know, that's an important skill for these young guys to learn not to quit when you're down. And again, 5-0, it seems like a huge lead, but I will say it again, Courtney, a 5-0 lead at this level is not insurmountable. Today it might seem that way, though.
Resiliency. There's some podcast that has that in its name, I think.
Yeah. You might want to look that one up.
Yeah. Puck in, Ruddy with another couple of chances there with a couple of saves as the Greyhounds get a couple on him. Now Carbone in the neutral zone. It's sent back in, though.
Carson has something to prove today, and he's not going to let his guard down. I think he's going after that shutout. I can tell just, you know, he's not losing his focus, and he's staying urgent on the puck, and that's good to see.
Well, we can mark that down. If it doesn't work out for him at the 7-minute mark, you might have jinxed him.
No, we're not worried about that.
You're not a believer in using the S word?
No, I don't believe in luck. I don't believe in jinx. I believe in hard work and confidence through practice habits, and Carson, he's got this one.
Well, watching both goalies play this year, I would say it seems to me that you have two guys with the U18 Trappers that definitely work hard, and him and Logan Coates for sure.
I've really enjoyed my time this year, and you know, there's a good team vibe and a good culture, and it's been a lot of fun.
Greyhounds with a chance, shot on goal, saved by Ruddy, and the rebound was there, and they weren't able to quite get it on net right away, and then he's able to pick up the loose puck as he was able to slide across.
Yeah, and again, that was a battle and grind save, we call it. He gave up that rebound, but you'll notice, Courtney, how he came hard back to post. And, you know, if I knew everything about goaltending that I know now back when I played in the 70s, man, would I like to go back in time.
Put up some big numbers, if you knew what you know now, eh?
Yeah, the game, you know, I think I said it before in one of our telecasts that outside of motorsport racing, I don't think there's been any position in sport that has changed more dramatically than playing goal. Right from the equipment to the technical aspects. And I'd love to have a coffee with somebody over that discussion.
Yeah, that could be a very good discussion that you could have. The only other thing that I might say technology-wise is maybe golf, like the clubs.
Yeah, perhaps, for sure.
But that'd be about it.
Yeah.
And that's more of a technology side, not the actual how you play the position and all that stuff.
Like, I mean, if you look at goaltending, the equipment and how you play the game has been revolutionized.
Absolutely. You don't have cement bricks on your legs anymore that soak up all that water.
Well, just go Google some pics of retro goalies and see where the glove positions are, and then go back and actually Chris Dawson, he always sends me some really interesting Instagram posts of retro goalies, and it is just amazing to see how far we've come.
Oh, it's remarkable. I mean, just looking at, like you said, the glove positioning and everything, and I mean, hockey in general has become a much more, conditioned sport. You talk about some of the players back in the day. I remember there's a good old ad of Turk Broda with the Leafs, like eating a steak in his net, right? So.
And, how about Guy Lafleur having a cigarette between periods?
Exactly.
Right?
Or
that's the one that I always remember.
Yeah, stuff like that.
Probably a beer, too.
That is taking beer league to a whole new level. As that's an icing call there against the Trappers. But one of the other things, too, is I think the modern athlete in general has become, so much more sophisticated. I mean, you look at some of the guys from the early 90s in baseball, and they're like, yeah, we were having cigarettes and beer over there and everything, and now it's so health-orientated, right?
Shameless plug for myself, but, I run that Mental Edge Hockey Life Skills program, and, I have an opportunity to work with a number of the Trappers here and players all over, and just working on that mental performance side of the game, which, would have been unheard of years ago.
No, exactly. And that's kind of society in general. Is a big hit thrown there and a delayed penalty coming against the Trappers as Lockhart takes a bit of a whack too from Carbone. Lockhart's going to go for sure. Is Carbone going to go on the retaliatory? I don't think so. Either way, the Greyhounds are going to the power play.
Well, and again, discipline's really, really important and something that, you don't want to fall into a trap, but you're not going to take that out of
he's going to go. Sorry.
You're not going to take that out of a Cam Lockhart, and I think it's one of those things you want to power forward. Well, then you're going to take some of those penalties on occasion. That's just the way it goes with a guy like Cam. He's going to play with grit, and it doesn't matter if he's got an injury or not.
No, and then a little bit of maybe maturity for the U16 Greyhounds. That's kind of like a moment that they could learn a little bit, not to take a retaliatory penalty like that. You were just going to have a power play and a chance to get, some good looks here on Ready.
Yeah, for sure. And again, you're right, a good teachable moment. But then again, in the U16 mind, Courtney, you and I probably would have laid that lumber too.
100%, as actually the Trappers are going to get the second penalty, so it is still going to be a power play moment here for the Greyhounds. As the puck tied up on the draw, U16 Greyhounds trying to keep it in. They do. Cullen gets to it, sends it around the end wall. It takes a bit of a strange hop and comes out through the middle of the ice. We've seen that a couple of times, even doing Voodoo's games here. A lot of strange hops in this old barn. Now Escaza lost the puck, and Cosmic picks it up. Cosmic's pass to no one in particular, and it was nearly picked up by the Greyhounds in a dangerous area. Now sent down the ice. McNally has it in his own zone. Minute 20 left on this man advantage, but Travers doing a good job of making life miserable and just holding on to the puck. Back down into their own zone as the Travers pick it back up. Now they're just playing keep away before they finally send it down the ice, and that's gloved down by Zaccato. And we'll get a stoppage here. One thing I've always noticed, too, you talk about the culture of this team, and obviously it starts at the top with head coach Josh Dale. One thing I noticed last weekend in Temiskaming and now here is every time that they're on the penalty kill and they dump the puck down, he's the biggest supporter. He's clapping real hard over on the bench.
Yeah. Well, you talk about the team culture. Well, this year they had a float in the Santa Claus parade and those types of team building activities. But Courtney, I'm going to give kudos to parents too, because parents are such a pivotal part of the development of these young athletes, both for the Greyhounds, any team. And there's a really good, strong parental group here too with our Trappers, and I'm certain that that's the case with a lot of the teams across this league.
50 seconds on the power play, and Ruddy plays the puck down, being the best penalty killer out there. He just dumps it down and says, "I'll do it myself." 40 seconds now on the man advantage. 4 minutes left in the second period. 5-0 Trappers lead. And down the ice, the Greyhounds gain the zone, take the shot. Ruddy with the save. And it's whacked away by the Trappers and out of the danger zone. Head coach of the Voodoos, Peter Goulet, now out checking out this game, along with Game Day Steve Boyle, as they get set for a big matchup tonight against the Greater Sudbury Cubs, the top team in the NOJHL. We'll have that game for you here on YouTube and, of course, Flow Hockey. Another chance sent down the ice by the Trappers again, killing off the remaining part of this power play, as now Zaccato nearly gave that one away. And we're back to 5-on-5 hockey. Vincent walks in. Vincent takes the shot, and that one just whistled wide of the net on the far side. Now battle on the near side, or on the far side still. Greyhounds come out with it. Take the shot. That one's over Ruddy's net, and it nearly bounced out to a danger area. Now it's behind the net again. A couple of Greyhounds and Trappers collide. Sent down the ice, so this time by the Trappers in on Zaccato, and he's just going to elect to cover things up with 2:59 on the clock.
Well, I guess if there was any worries that the Trapper were going to somehow let off the gas pedal, they've continued to dominate in all three zones. They've continued to work hard, and they've continued basically to keep the feet moving and make good decisions. So I know Coach Josh Dale will be happy with that.
Puck knocked in. Off the draw by the Trappers, and it's picked back up again. Bahari at the point with a shot, and we saw him with a snipe last weekend in Temiskaming, but he missed that one as it hit a body. Trappers still with possession now in the neutral zone. Bahari again dumps it in and sent back in off a body. On the near side now, hit, thrown, and the Greyhounds try to come out of their zone again. Now they do. Aikens walking in. Aikens takes the shot. Oh, and it's a body rebound. They score! Rebound chance as the puck hit a body in front, and Ruddy was just at their own kind of mercy on that one, as that was a good goal there for the U16 Trappers, as Veneri gets his second of the season.
Well, and again, we said that the U16 Trappers, their youthfulness, they're not going to stop. They are going to continue to battle and grind, and that was a good battle and grind goal there. And Carson put that rebound to not necessarily a bad place, but the defense just weren't able to pick him up. So, again, 5-1. Is that an insurmountable lead? Absolutely not. And the Trappers are going to have a response to it.
Hey, we're Leaf fans. We've seen a 4-1 lead not be an insurmountable lead.
Yes.
There's always a chance in the game of hockey. That's why you don't stop. Moore with the puck. Blows a tire, though. Brunton plays around behind the net. Paquette picks it up on the near side. Back to Buckman at the point. He takes a shot. Zaccato with the save. Now Brunton on the far side. Brunton sends it around behind the end wall. McNally with it. Nearly lost the puck. He does now as Brunton picks it up. Brunton back to the point for Buckman. Buckman, who had a nifty goal earlier this frame, plays it for Paquette. Now it's Moore. Moore back to Buckman. Buckman goes cross ice. Puck sent near side. Moore had a chance, and he took the shot. He had to kind of double clutch, though, so that gave Zaccato a chance, or else that was a very dangerous look there by the Trappers. Now Ruddy out to play the puck, sends it down the ice for Moore. Moore lost it. Now Brunton picks it up, and that'll go offside as LaSalle was in front of him. So we'll get another stoppage here with 1:26 left.
Yeah, and certainly Carson has been extremely aggressive handling the puck today, and that's good to see. He's made some good decisions with that, and it's certainly helped his defenseman up when you can do that.
Another zone draw win here by the Trappers as they get it in. But it's the Greyhounds with possession in their own zone. Now they give it away. Cosmic picked it up in the slot, but couldn't quite get a shot away, though. Now back to the point for Segan Hutchison. He plays it around. LaSalle picks it up. And the puck sent back around behind the net. Now a hit thrown. And a falling player plays it out front. That was a good play there by Cosmic. Couldn't quite get it to his target, though. As now the puck back in. And sent to the blue line. Head leaves it for Segan Hutchison as we're into the final minute with 40 seconds left on the clock. And the Greyhounds just play it back in. Left behind the net by Ruddy. And Segan Hutchison looks down the ice. He gives it away, though. It's dumped back in by the Greyhounds. Cullen blocks that. Now another chance. Cullen tries to get it down the ice. Was looking for a pass. It's blocked up, though. As now LaSalle picks it up in the far side corner of the Greyhound zone. 15 seconds left on the clock. Played down the ice. The Greyhounds try to come away with it. Now Segan Hutchison picks it back up. Less than 10 seconds to go. One last rush, maybe if they're lucky here. Cosmic in 2 seconds. That should do it. And after 40 minutes of play, it's 5-1 Trappers. And shots on goal 31-15 in favor of the Trappers as well. But before we go to our intermission, Dr. Rob, your final thoughts.
Well, again, we said it early in the telecast that basically the Trappers have owned all three zones, and now they're going to have to try to continue to own all three zones tomorrow. Now, we get to look forward, but the coaches aren't. But these teams play each other tomorrow at 9:30 in the morning. And so tomorrow, is always going to be another opportunity for success for the Greyhounds. But this Trappers team has to finish this off. And it's really important to teach teams how to win games that you're expected to now win.
Well, we'll have to see if they're able to keep it or close it out, I should say, of the 5-1 lead. As we mentioned, it's a big lead. It's not insurmountable at this level, but that'll do it here for our second period of hockey. We'll go to our intermission now. He's Dr. Rob. I'm Courtney Kenny. We'll be back with more on the other side of this intermission.
Tonight's broadcast is brought to you by Average Joe's Eatery. Average Joe's, where we want your experience here to be a happy one. 3501 Trout Lake Road.
Canadian Tire North Bay. Whether you're in need of a hockey gear upgrade or some cooking kitchenware to help get you fueled up for the big game. Maybe it's a set of new snow tires or a tune-up to help you get there safely. Stop by the newly renovated Canadian Tire North Bay. Open 7 days a week and located conveniently at 890 McEwen Avenue. They have everything you need for this season. The Goalie Resiliency Podcast, hosted by Chris Dawson and Dr. Rob Graham. With player interviews new and old, goalie insights, and everything you need to know about being a netminder, this is the podcast to check out. You can subscribe at youtube.com/goalie-resiliency or instagram.com/goalie_resiliency.
Why is Northern Honda servicing more cars of all makes and models? Let's count the ways. 1. Our state-of-the-art facility has award-winning technicians. 2. Northern Honda has the lowest tire price guarantee, no matter what you drive. 3. The lowest synthetic oil change guarantee, and every 5th oil change is free for all makes and models. Plus, new Honda buyers get brake pads for life. See the service difference at Northern Honda, 1250 Seymour beside Home Depot.
The Goalie Resiliency Podcast, hosted by Chris Dawson and Dr. Rob Graham. With player interviews new and old, goalie insights, and everything you need to know about being a netminder, this is the podcast to check out. You can subscribe at youtube.com/goalie resiliency or instagram.com/goalie_resiliency.
And we welcome you back inside the Powassan Sportsplex for the third period between the U18 Trappers and the Sault Ste. Marie U16 Greyhounds. I'm Courtney Kenny. He's Dr. Rob Graham, otherwise known as an Amazon bestseller, which not many people can have a feather in their cap, but hey, that's a pretty special one.
Well, thanks for the call out. Yeah, it's been fun.
I would hope so.
Yeah, but a really exciting game here from the Trappers standpoint. Talking to some of the parents and in the lobby there, Courtney, most of the parents are, and they get to see their kids play an awful lot more than you and I do, and most of them are really happy with the sense of urgency or the tenacious level of play they brought to the game. But you'll notice that the Greyhounds are a little slow getting out of the dressing room, so maybe they're looking to bring a little bit of pushback, knowing that they get to do it all over again tomorrow at 9:30 in the morning.
Yeah, this isn't the only meeting between these two teams, of course. When you're traveling that far at this level, the teams usually meet up for a couple of games because, as you know, the Greyhounds we're not necessarily in their backyard. It's about a 5.5-hour trip from Sault Ste. Marie to get here to Powassan.
Well, I was born in the Sault, Courtney.
Oh, really?
I'm from the Sault, but I left there fairly early in life. But, I haven't been back in many, many, many years. So I think I'm determined to get back there sooner than later. But it is a bit of a drive. But, yeah, like we said, that familiarity breeds contempt. And, my thinking on playing the back-to-backs, there's sometimes teams will play 3 times. Tomorrow, sometimes games can be a little bit more gritty. So you never want to think past the game you're currently in. But if you're a coach, you're thinking, well, we're doing this all over again tomorrow at 9:30 in the morning. So we want to make sure we finish strong and we have something that we can build on for that game tomorrow.
5-1 is your score. I would imagine if we're talking about tomorrow's game, we're probably going to see Coates in net for the Trappers. It'll be interesting to see what the Greyhounds do as they started this game with Tanner Carrier in net, and then they pulled him halfway through the second for Gavin Zuccato. So it makes you wonder who they might have in net for that one.
Yeah, that'll be interesting to see for sure.
But speaking of the Sioux, I'd never been before 2018. I went in 2018 to visit my friend who had moved there, Tom Parisi. And we went to a Greyhounds game, and that's like a must if you're there. That was a fun experience going to see the Greyhounds. They got walloped by the Ottawa 67s, though, so it wasn't that ruckus of a crowd. But it's a very nice arena, I will have to say, the GFL Memorial Gardens in Sault Ste. Marie, as the puck is dropped here. And the Greyhounds in their road whites are going left to right, and the Trappers in their home reds are going right to left as the puck is back to the point and shot on net by Aikens, but it just went wide. I haven't been back, though, since 2019. I went like a bunch of times in that 1 year, and then I've never been back.
Well, I'm going to date myself here, Courtney, but I was the first New Year's baby in 1966 in Sault Ste. Marie.
Look at that.
So, and back in those days, they actually threw a parade. The New Year's baby, my mom was on a float. It was quite a big deal back in the 60s, apparently.
How many hours old were you when you were on that float? It must have been pretty quick.
No, they actually...
Or was it after the
fact?
fact?
No, it was like arrived. They actually followed up. They continued to follow up with the New Year's babies. It was really kind of crazy when I look back on it. So.
Your first taste of celebrity.
Well, you know, it wasn't until about age 17 that I realized the world wasn't celebrating my birthday on New Year's Day. So.
Puck on the far side. And now it comes back to the Trappers. Buckman tries to get it out. He does. Greyhounds send it right back in. Ruddy stops it up with his stick. It's into the corner. Deck with it now. Has the puck behind his net. Deck going for a skate. With some speed walking in. Deck, sharp angle chance. Zaccato makes the save. And now the puck back to the blue line again. Thrown towards the net. And it's back out again by the Trappers. Trappers keep it in momentarily. And now Siegel just out of his reach. He has a man all over him. That's Watts. And the Trappers come away with it. Now Starovich takes the puck. He sends it down the ice. But is picked off by Edwards and sent back in. Siegel with the puck. Now gets out for Colbert. Colbert to Siegel. Whacking at it. Couldn't get a shot away. Now walking in. Alberts. Picked his corner, or rather I should say Beard. And the puck goes right back down the ice. Into the Greyhound zone. Now the puck back to the corner. Bahari playing it. Comes loose. Sent back in. And the Greyhounds have possession in their own zone. Now it's out. And sprung on a bit of a break here, but a good back check by Proctor, closing the gap quickly and knocking his man down to the ice. There's Bosio. And the puck sent back out through the neutral zone by the Greyhounds. Good stick, knocks it away. And now it's going to go for offside. And I'll tell you something about my birthday. It took me a long time to realize that America every 4 years wasn't celebrating my birthday, because my birthday's January 20th. That's the day that they bring in the new president every 4 years.
Well, that is definitely an interesting piece of trivia.
No, I'm just kidding. I didn't know that until like 2016 when Trump got in. I was like, why? Oh, it's my birthday. Oh, it's every year. Every time they do it is January 20th.
Well, we'll talk about a lot of things together here, but we're not talking politics on this one.
No. Other side is Brunton walking in. Walks in, goes cross ice. What a goal there for Lockhart as he completes the hat trick. Wow, what a play by Ben Brunton, and now Lockhart gets his 10th of the season.
Well, okay, I'm all about, using words, tenacious. I'm just going to call that lethal. The heads-up pass there by Benny Brunton, and then to have Cam Lockhart finish it. I mean, it's one thing to have that hockey IQ and make that pass, but, the combination of Cam and Benny on that play to set up the play and then to finish it, that was just a thing of beauty.
Trappers with the puck in their own zone. It's now 6-1. And just to finish off the birthday comment, I will say I also share my birthday with Paul Stanley. So.
Oh, well, that's very cool.
Yeah, Kiss was one of my favorite bands growing up. And then I kind of got older and realized, oh, there's other bands.
Like Led Zeppelin?
Yeah. Tragically hip.
Yes. Well, I've got a story there for another time.
Pizhnishny with a chance. It's blocked away by Ruddy into the corner. I could just sit here and talk music all day, though, to be honest with you. As the puck knocked back in by the Trappers. Segan Hutchison in his own zone. He takes a hit on the far side, but he keeps the puck. That was Vincent with it. Now sent back in. Vincent with the puck in the corner. Segan Hutchison comes to it. Battling for it. Just over 3.5 minutes gone in this third period. It's 6-1 Trappers now off a nice goal by Lockhart. He's got 3 of the goals here today. Wazano got it in. Another chance for Watts. And that one's saved by Ruddy. His 18th shot against, 17th save.
And again, Carson totally square to the puck there. Good depth. Really no chance for Watts on that particular shot, given the squareness and the depth that Carson was playing.
On the near side, Watts battling for it. And the Trappers come away with it. That's Head. Head with a burst of speed through the neutral zone. Head tried to get it across to his man, and he takes a hit and falls to the ice. Now Tripped up, but no call coming. Head on the far side takes another fall. Bit of a rough and tumble shift here for Owen Head as he keeps the puck in now, sends it in deep. Greyhounds again with possession in their own zone, though. They get it out and try to get it in deep. That's Watts. Ruddy out to play the puck. Plays it up quickly. And that's a bit of a stretch pass now coming in. Good chance and just into submission by himself. That was Cosmic. And then a sharp angle chance turned aside there by the goaltender Zaccato. Another chance from the point is turned aside by Zaccato again. Now Proctor lost it to his man. And it's sent right back in. Into Greyhounds territory now. Or Trappers territory, I should say. Now Aikens takes a shot. That one's blocked up. And back to the corner, but picked up on the far side by the Greyhounds again. A sharp angle chance off the side of the net. Now the Trappers just try to clear it out, and they do. Greyhounds send it right back in. Ruddy out to play the puck. Leaves it. No, now he plays it. And the puck is up for Siegel. Siegel through the neutral zone, takes a hard shot on net. It goes wide. And now the puck all the way back down into the Trappers zone for icing. And we'll get a stoppage here.
You know, Courtney, we've heard it. It's kind of a bit of a cliche, but offense comes from good defense. And I've really enjoyed watching the evolution of Michael Deck on the back end, Trappers defenseman. And he's had a solid game here on D and has skated with the puck well and has made some good decisions. And we said it earlier in the telecast that, you know, this is a Trappers team that's working by committee. And right from the back end, starting with Carson and goal, this has definitely been a solid team effort today.
Indeed, it has been, as we're 6 minutes through this third period. 6-1 Trappers lead. Siegel with it. Sends it in, and it's quickly back out by the Greyhounds. Proctor right back in. Starovich couldn't quite get a handle on it now. Sent back in by the Greyhounds into the Trappers zone. There's Demidovich on that puck. He lost it. And it's sent down by Colbert looking for Starovich, but he couldn't quite get it on net. Now, Brunton tries to wiggle his way to the front of the net. Couldn't quite get around his man. And going the other way again. Archambault with the chance. Backhand shot blocked before it could get in. And it's back to Carbone, and he misses it. Now Lockhart in a foot race. Lockhart stops up, cuts to the middle, takes the shot, he scores! Make that a fourth goal for Cameron Lockhart, who's feeling it today, his 11th of the season.
Wow, and just cutting back into the middle. And, you know, we sometimes say just putting a puck on net. In that case, I think Cam was just really putting the puck on net. I don't know that he had any illusions of scoring. That's probably one that Sioux goaltender would want back. But certainly a really nice cut move, eyes up, and a shot on net. And good job by Cam.
Dump in attempt by the Greyhounds, picked up by Segan Hutchison to Broussard. Cameron Lockhart definitely probably the star of this one. We talk about a team effort, but I mean, he's scored 4 goals, so that's impressive on itself. He's 7-1 Trappers now.
He has scored 4 goals, and a number of those have been set up by an exceptional effort by Benny Brunton.
Pizhnishny with a shot, and it's blocked aside by Ruddy, who plays it into the corner. Delayed penalty coming here against the Greyhounds as they keep it in. Now another chance on net. Couldn't quite get the shot away. On the far side now, that's Keller. Plays it around to his man. Keller picks it back up. Keller from the point, it hits a body and goes wide of the net. And now we'll get the stoppage here as the Trappers touch the puck. So, penalty here to the Trappers. And it's going to be Segan Hutchison who goes into the box.
Well, it's not very often in the course of a game that you're not going to face some amount of adversity or some amount of pushback. I mean, most games you're always going to have that. And at this particular point, up 7-1, it's just a matter of the Trappers continuing to execute and play with discipline.
Trappers quickly off the blocked shot, send the puck down the ice. And now Zaccato out to play it. Leaves it behind his net, though. Quickly up the ice for Pizhnishny. Pizhnishny going cross ice. And it's picked up and stopped by Vincent on the far side. Back to Boisano. In deep Pizhnishny. Sharp angle chance. They score! The puck went cross ice. What a pass there by Adam Pizhnishny. And on the doorstep was Nico Bosio with his 5th of the season.
That was just a very well executed and a very high skill play right there, Courtney. And again, exactly how a coach would draw it up generally during a practice. And again, noticing that, trying to move a goalie laterally from, in this case, right to left. That was just a very high skilled play and a good job by the Greyhounds to capitalize.
7-2 game on the power play goal by the Greyhounds. Watts with the puck in the neutral zone, sends it in. We're 8 minutes into this third period. Ruddy plays it up. Another chance from the blue line. That was Boisneau with the shot, and that one whistled wide. Now, with the puck on the far side is Bahari. Bahari, it's tipped away from his target and nearly out of play. Now Belanger sends it in deep. It's kept back in though. No, they called offside. The whole Greyhounds bench says otherwise. Now there's a late shot on net. And a few words after that, and the Greyhounds bench erupts. Although that one I don't think was an intentional late shot. He got the puck in, thought it was onside, and carried the puck in before the whistle happened as he was taking the shot.
100%. I don't think there was anything ill-willed there. That was just a bang-bang play. So, again, from our vantage point, hard to know. But, we do have to give that obligatory shout-out to the officials who've done a good job. And, all the games I've called this year, the officials have done a fabulous job. Officiating at this age and stage is not an easy thing to do, and our North Bay officials here in this particular game, they've done a good job of keeping things moving along, and I think they've done a good job overall. And
for the actual referees in this one, Marson and Morel, this is their second straight game on this ice. They did the game prior to this, now they're here again, so they're putting in the effort today, although Carbone on that one, I might disagree with that one a little bit just because, again, there wasn't any intent behind that shot. But Carbone is in the box for unsportsmanlike conduct.
Yeah, I have to agree with you on that.
On the far side, Lockhart trying to maybe look for goal number 5. Cullen gets to it. Sends it right back in. Aikens behind his net. Aikens down the ice quickly. And it flips around. And Ruddy will play it. Trappers on the power play. Cullen with it behind his net. Cullen looking for some options down the ice. Gets around a couple of guys. Going for a skate. Stops up. Looking for some more options. Still can't find anything that he likes. Sends it out front. Brunton with a chance. And that one hit a body and went wide as he was in a good shooting lane. Now Cosmic sends it back out front. Picked up by Cullen going cross ice. Looking for Brunton. Brunton had it in the skates though, so he couldn't get a quick shot away. Still battling for it. The Trappers with possession. Back to the point for Cullen. Cullen plays it back in. Was looking for Cosmic. It hops away from him. Now Lockhart loses the 2 and the puck hops up and out of play. And we'll get a stoppage here with less than a minute left on that man advantage.
One of the things that's been really noticeable in the Trapper game today too, Courtney, is you'll notice how the defensemen are skating with the puck a lot more. And normally when teams have defensemen that are confident in carrying the puck, you see good things happening. And a lot of the D on the back end, I think, have confidently skated with the puck, right from Michael Deck and then Captain Jackson Cullen as well. So I think that's been an important thing that Coach Josh Dale has been working with his team on, and is probably pretty happy to see.
Now there's another penalty here to the Greyhounds, so it'll be a 5-on-3, and I believe the Trappers are calling a timeout as Josh Dale's down there with the whiteboard, showing his mates what he wants to set up here.
And again, you know what? Coaching a team how to win and learn how to win the games that you're supposed to win. This is a developmental league, and it's really important to coach teams on how to lose, but it's sometimes really difficult to coach teams on how to win when you should be able to win and finish a game off. So I think this is a good timeout by Coach Josh Dale. He wants to finish on a positive. He wants to continue this momentum because they know 9:30 tomorrow. I've already had probably about 8 cups of coffee, Courtney, but they get to do it all over today. So I'm certain that Coach Josh Dale wants this game to finish with the same level of tenacity that it has shown throughout the entire
Want to keep the pressure up for sure on the 5-on-3. Here's a good chance again for the Trappers. They're already up 7-2. Siegel wins it back to Sagan Hutchison. Far side to Broussard. Back to the near side. LaSalle couldn't quite get a handle on it now. Back for Sagan Hutchison. Broussard to LaSalle again. Another shot. And Zaccato can't find it. Late whistle. But the goaltender made the save.
It's the little things you do, Courtney, that win games at all levels, whether it's NHL, whether it's U18. And, you know, Siegel there winning that draw, getting it back, and executing maybe even the way Coach Josh Dale drew it up. But if you watch the little things, again, another face-off draw, those intangibles make the difference. One-time
attempt off the draw, and it bounces off the end boards and onto the back of the net, so we'll get another stoppage here.
You know, if you're basically the coach of the Sioux Greyhounds right now, it's basically we want momentum for tomorrow. We want to win each shift, and playing with 2 down is not probably ideal for him at this particular time.
Nearly keeping that one in off the draw was Broussard, but now it's out, and the Trappers have to regroup. Down the ice now quickly. Broussard back into Greyhounds territory, plays around behind the net for LaSalle. LaSalle with the puck, sends it back around, and it's back to 19. Sagan Hutchison again. Quick pass cross ice from Broussard to LaSalle, and it's back to Sagan Hutchison. Good chance and good passing play, as that was a one-touch pass there by Siegel down beside the net, and picking up that one is, I believe, Broussard, sorry.
Courtney, the skill we've seen on display today, that was just an absolutely perfectly executed down low play. And again, moving left, or the goalie right to left, and just the precision passing, and then the ability to finish today has been a really big thing, Courtney, that, you know, sometimes the Trapper forwards have had a hard time finishing, and today they've been finishing.
Martin Broussard with his 4th of the season, and still on the power play as the Trappers, as that was still on the 5-on-3. Now Cullen with the puck in the neutral zone. 8-2 game. Cullen stops up, plays it back for Lockhart. Lockhart walks, goes cross ice, was looking for Brunton, couldn't quite connect. Now Head on the far side. Head walks in, finds Brunton, and on the doorstep, and that's another power play goal for the Trappers, as Ben Brunton has his 21st of the season.
And Ben Brunton will be giving a big hug to Owen Head right there, because Owen Head, again, is a tenacious player, and just that work down low and that spin off the boards to make that pass to Benny Brunton. Again, they're doing it by committee, and right down the entire lineup, they're all showing a tremendous amount of battle and grind here today.
9-2 hockey game, just under 9 minutes left in this frame. And the puck comes out and into Trappers territory. They scored on both those power plays, and the power play has been lethal for sure today. Now Zaccato has the puck roll in on him. He's just going to cover it up and get a stoppage here.
And I like the discipline that the Trappers are showing here today too. You know, it sometimes in games like you can go goal scoring and point scoring, but they're making disciplined plays. They're getting pucks in deep when they need to, and I think that's really important. So again, I'm going to give hats off to Josh Dale, I think, who's prepared them well.
Puck in the Greyhounds zone. Starovich tried to throw it out front, and now it's picked up by the Greyhounds, who can't quite get out of the zone again. Trappers, Siegel with it. Sharp angle chance there, turned aside by the goaltender. And that's Zaccato. Now the puck comes loose, sent back to Deck. Deck throws across ice. Couldn't quite get the pass there, though. Now it's sent back out front. Deck sent in. And it's left for Deck. Deck couldn't quite get to it. And Deck plays it back into his own zone. Gets it up quickly for Starovich. Starovich gets around his man. Goes cross ice again. Colbert tried to get to it. Now he's going to be offside. So Proctor has to wait till he tags up. Proctor taken down on the ice now. There's a big body pile right in front of us. Now Bahari leaves it for his man. Shot on net by LaSalle, and it's out of play. So, we'll get another stoppage here.
I don't know if you know the story of number 27 from the Trappers, Zeke Proctor, but Zeke Proctor is a kid. This is his first year playing U18 AAA. As a matter of fact, he never played AAA hockey before. And last year, if you saw Zeke try out and to see where he is today, he is definitely a story of resiliency.
He doesn't look out of place at all on the back end for the Trappers, that's for sure. In the few games I've taken him, he's looked absolutely fantastic as he throws a big hit right there on Aikens. Both of them going to the ice. Proctor with the puck again in his own zone as if on cue.
On cue, Courtney.
Couldn't have timed that better myself. Cosmic throws a big hit on his man in front of the Greyhounds bench. And that's going to be a penalty now for interference against Cosmic as he's being shown to the penalty box.
And again, this is where Coach Josh Dale, I think, you've got 6 minutes, 49 seconds left in this game. Finish with composure, finish with discipline. It's a game that you've essentially got to win right now. And so you just essentially want to make sure you stay disciplined and finish the game off with composure. That, I think, would be the message that Coach Josh is sending to the players right now.
Shots on goal currently favor the Trappers 40-20. 9-2 game as well. 6:49 left, like you said. Now they're on the penalty kill as they're just waiting to get the penalty up on the board. And there they have it. And we're back underway. Far side in the corner. The Greyhounds come away with it. Bosio walks out, gets it back to Vincent. Vincent takes a shot. It's tipped on net, and Ruddy makes the save. As that one was like a changeup. As soon as it hit the tip stick, it just died.
Yeah, the shot's 40-21, but Carson Ruddy's had a very solid game today and has been an important part of this effort. Has handled the puck extremely well and made a lot of great plays, but has made a lot of key saves too.
Pizhnishny back to the point for Boisano. Pizhnishny on the far side, back to Boisano. Boisano takes a shot, they score! As that one made it through traffic. And it looks like Drayvon Boisano is going to get his second of the season here on the power play. That's 2 power play goals past Ruddy here in this third period. It's now a 9-3 game.
Again, that was a great shot from the point. And a lot of defense are today, Courtney. You're going to notice there's no more big wind-up. That was just a really good shot. Head was up, eyes up, and basically got the puck right to net. And I think the eyes might have been taken away by Carson on that particular shot.
Yeah, I don't think the way he reacted, it looked like he didn't see it for sure. One of the things you talk about the windup, the only player has another chance is floated over the net. One player that did have a windup, and I always commented on our broadcast, it was the most violent windup I've ever seen, is Ty Nelson. It was so big and quick.
Yeah, and that would be kind of like a retro play by today's standards.
Yeah. He's the only one I've seen recently like that. Like you said, everyone's got a quick release now.
And I think the key, though, on the back end, Courtney, like a lot of defensemen are really trained just to get pucks to net, because the only way you score in a good goalie today, is by taking the eyes away and by tips and deflections. So most goalies, nothing goes under and nothing goes through.
McNally now walks in, takes a shot. Good block there by Buckman as he took away the shooting lane. And now the puck's still in front of Ruddy as he's going to make the save. And now a few extra whacks after the whistle has resulted in some rough stuff now. And it looks like we're going to get some penalties as well as Ruddy. The puck was in his blue paint. He couldn't find it. He looks to be a little slow getting up there as he took a couple of whacks.
Well, I think the Trappers, again, you run the risk of losing some of the momentum you've worked really, really hard to build over the last 2 3/4 periods. And again, knowing there's a game tomorrow morning, you want to protect Carson. Carson's come off a couple of outings that he'd like to have back. He's played solid. And, you want to finish this last 5 minutes off strong. So, 5 minutes can be a time where you can lose momentum as a team and you can give momentum to a team you're going to face less than 24 hours tomorrow.
Another power play opportunity for the Greyhounds. They've scored twice on the power play in this period. LaSalle with it. It's a 9-3 game. And 2 of those goals again coming on the power play this period. Now LaSalle with a chance shorthanded. LaSalle takes the shot. That one hit a body and went wide, and now Pizhnishny with it. Pizhnishny got it down the ice, but Bahari picks it off and sends it right back down. Vincent with the puck. Plays it off. And is still in Greyhound zone. As Boisneau try to get it down the ice. It's in. Ruddy now out to play it. And is sent down the ice. Vincent gets to it in his own zone. Minute 15 left on the man advantage. Picked off by Brunton. Brunton takes the shot. Zaccato makes the save. And he's going to cover up.
Great job by Ben Brunton. He's had an exceptional game, as he has most games this year. And again, looking down that lineup, I don't think there's one player on the Trappers team that you can say hasn't brought that effort and energy to the ice.
4:30 here in this third period. It's a 9-3 game. Minute left on the man advantage here for the Greyhounds. And quickly. Good play there by Cullen, though, to disrupt that play, and he sends the puck into his bench, so it's out of play. 52 seconds left on the man advantage.
And again, we mentioned it earlier, Jackson Cullen's been a really good steadying force on that back end here, leading by example as captain.
Face off. And on the far side, Brunton loses it, though, and the Greyhounds have possession. Sent back in deep. Cullen gets to it, sends it around, and it's down the ice. Zaccato goes out to play it. Lockhart looking for goal number 5. It's played away from him. Sent back across ice now. Trappers tried to get a hold of it, but now Escaza gets to it. Escaza sends it back to his D-man, and it's played up now again for Escaza. Escaza walks in, takes the shot as he tried to toe drag around his man, but it hit Siga and Hutchison and went out of the danger area. Now the Greyhounds again with possession in the neutral zone. Less than 10 seconds left on the man advantage. Shot on goal. Ruddy with another save as he makes a one look effortless on that one.
Good job by Carson just to get a whistle, and that's something, that Coach Josh, we talked about, is trying to get the goalies, playing the puck is a good thing, Courtney, but also knowing how to slow the tempo down of a game and knowing when not to play the puck is another important part of that goalie IQ.
Off the draw, the Greyhounds try to get one last shot away, and they can't. Now Aikens does, and it's stopped again by Ruddy.
You're a goalie, Courtney. You take a look at where Carson was, we get a good vantage. You'll notice how he was square to the puck. Sometimes goalies have a tendency to square up to the shooter. Carson was perfectly square to that puck and made that save look pretty easy.
Yeah, he's made a couple of really good saves in this game in general, and a lot of technically sound play as well. It's been fun to watch him. This is really my first game that I've got to see him play for the Trappers this year. I remember watching him with the Cubs a couple of years ago, though. As the puck knocked in on Zaccato, it's covered up by the goaltender as it took a bounce from the corner.
Well, Carson, he's been pulled in 2 games this year, and a hallmark of Carson's game is his consistency. And, even talking with his dad, Carson's, I don't think, had ever been pulled ever in his entire career. And, hockey's a game of failure, goaltending's a game of failure, and you learn by that. And you can tell Carson today came out and he was determined just by his desire to get the pucks, and he's had 25 shots, and he's really done a good job of steadying the back end. So hats off to Carson for that battle and grind mentality.
Talking about his dad, we talked the first game that you and I did together when we were talking about the U16 and U18 Trappers and how my former music teacher, their son, was the goaltender for the U16 Trappers. Well, Sean Ruddy, Carson's dad, was my vice principal at West Ferris when I was in high school. So
now he was telling me that you were sent to the office quite a few times back then.
I was a pretty okay student.
I have no doubt in my military mind.
I do have a funny story about him, though. I'll tell it the next break. As the puck is still in play, Bahari with it. 2:10. I might have got away with one because of him, actually. As the puck in deep, no icing call coming up against the Greyhounds, though. Cosmic with the puck. Now it's back to Proctor at the point. Shot looking for the tip, couldn't find one as it goes wide. Now it's right back in. LaSalle with it, behind the net. Couldn't quite get a shot away. Another chance. And the Greyhounds get it out. There will be no icing, though. The puck's going to stop up and hit a few bodies on the way. Minute 30. Segan Hutchison sends it down the ice. That might go for icing. No, they say it touched the Greyhound, so no icing. Now the puck on the near side. Still in Greyhound territory. Picked up by Paquette. Takes the shot. He throws that one high and over the net. Minute 15 left on the board. Pishnishny now. Walking in. Stops up. Looking for some reinforcements. Tries to go across ice. It's nearly picked off there by the Trappers. Now Keller at the point. Takes a shot. And Ruddy makes the save. So his dad, Sean Ruddy, was one of our assistant coaches on our high school ball team, and I played high school baseball, and so he knew me a little bit more from that. Not because I was in the office a lot. He knew me more from that. And I was late to one of my classes, World Religions by Mr. Hetherington was the teacher, and he sent me down for an admit to get into the classes. We're getting to the final minute here. And the attendance lady was like, nope, you got to go see your VP. You're in trouble or whatever. So I walked in and he said, oh, hey, Courtney, how's it going? He just signed my admit and away I went.
Well, there you go. Yeah.
Definitely get away. And when you're at that age in high school, you thought you got away with murder.
Yeah, no doubt.
Puck down the ice now with 40 seconds left. Buckman tries to throw a hit, and he ends up on the ice. That was back to Carbone. Still battling for it around the end wall. Deck with it. Under 30 seconds. Trappers are going to win this one 9-3 unless something dramatic happens here in the last 20 seconds of this one. They'll be back in action again tomorrow with the U18 or U16 Greyhounds again here at 9:30. But if you like local hockey, as the puck comes out of play, stick around. We'll be back in action here in a few hours as the Powassan Voodoos take on the NOJHL leading Greater Sudbury Cubs.
Yeah, and it's going to be difficult to imagine how the Greyhounds, if the Trappers are able to repeat what they did today, I don't know what type of a response they can have. But I guess if you're a coach of the Greyhounds, your motto is every game is another opportunity for success.
Well, that is the win right there as the last shot comes in on Ruddy as the buzzer goes. 9-3 victory in a game that the Trappers really took it to the U18 or U16 Greyhounds. 42-26 is the shot total. And before we go, just your final thoughts on that, Dr. Rob.
Well, 9:30 tomorrow morning. Again, as I just noted, I'm not sure what type of a response the Greyhounds are going to be able to have if the Trappers are able to repeat what they did today, because they pretty much owned all three zones of the ice right from the goal crease up. But then again, this is U18 AAA hockey, and you know what? Consistency and energy levels can change in 24 hours.
They can indeed, and it'll actually be less than 24 hours. But like we said, we'll be back in action here with some more hockey as the Powassan Voodoos are going to be taking on the Greater Sudbury Cubs here in just a few hours' time at the Powassan Sportsplex. Cameraman Mike Brown, my intern Cassie Milne working the board, and of course Dr. Rob and myself. We had a good time here, and as always, keep your eye on the front line.
Tonight's broadcast is brought to you by Average Joe's Eatery. Average Joe's, where we want your experience here to be a happy one. 3501 Trout Lake Road. Average Joe's Eatery and Patio Bar is North Bay's only year-round lakefront restaurant. On the shores of beautiful Trout Lake, we have been serving delicious food and stunning views since 1999. Indulge in one of our delicious menu items, or simply sit with a cocktail in hand and watch the beauty of Trout Lake before your eyes. Check us out online at averagejoes.net or visit us in person at 3501 Trout Lake Road, North Bay.
The Goalie Resiliency Podcast, hosted by Chris Dawson and Dr. Rob Graham. With player interviews new and old, goalie insights, and everything you need to know about being a netminder, this is the podcast to check out. You can subscribe at youtube.com/goalie resiliency or instagram.com/goalie_resiliency.